expertise to share with us tonight on how we could live more positive lives. And actually, to just give you an idea of how Mr. McFoy and I met, I was actually part of a training workshop put on by USAID GHARP, where they looked at building life skills and small business management, but you did the life skills component of the program. And some of the things that you would have shared, I actually applied it to my life. But before we talk about my experience, maybe you could just give a little snippet or an overview of some of the things that we were able to learn at that session.
Well, I am still recovering from the session because I met some awesome people.
Yes,
you included,
I did
but
too.
yes, it was a great group. And it was originally designed to be 16 hours. But we did 13 hours because we had breaks and we did not get through the entire training. It was so interactive. And one of the components that kept us in great dialogue was the belief systems, identifying belief systems, limiting belief systems, how your belief systems affect your life and your behaviors, understanding how the mind works. We learned that 90% of what we do it automatically. It's our lives are run on autopilot. And so it's like, I shared this story that, could you imagine going on a plane and you get the greeting, welcome, thank you for flying XYZ Airlines, and then the air hostess would say, well, by the way, the pilot only passed with a grade of 10 out of 100, but we trust that we'll get there safely. And but that's what's going on. If we're not aware of what's happening in our subconscious mind, it's like us piloting our way through life to a desired destination with just 10% of our consciousness, and not understanding that 90% of what is of our mind is what's driving our daily behaviors.
Our subconscious.
Yes, 90%. And so
it could have a direct bearing on how our lives would turn out and the things that we do, because as persons, I always say a lot of things begin in our mind as a thought. And just to share what I was able to benefit from at the workshop, because we were looking at positive affirmations and, kind of speaking to yourself and not going about having negative self-talk. So, as a lot of my friends know, I have I had a slight problem with procrastination.
I love it.
And, I think everybody could relate to that. You have something to do, but you put it off until the next day to get it done, and then it builds up, and then it spirals out of control. So, I listened to what you said, and I was able to get some positive affirmations in terms of, I'm a doer, I get things done right away and things like that, and I say those things to myself and not entering into a negative space or, telling yourself.
And how is that impacting your life?
It's working too well. Yes, because now I think I'm going into work overload in that I just want to make sure everything is done.
Then you may have to come up with some affirmation for that, because you don't want to overwork.
Affirmation.
You want to have a balance. I'm a person of balance. My life is completely balanced.
Yes. So I think I'm a true testimony to the fact that if you speak positively to yourself, you could see change in areas in your life that needs addressing.
Absolutely.
We have a number of features to show to you tonight as we talk about positive thinking, and we're going to go into a video about the difference between being optimistic and pessimistic as a person. So hopefully you'll be able to learn a little bit from that, and when we come back, we'll be discussing a lot more with Mr. McFoy.